morning, everyone. As I see y'all start to pop on here. Welcome to boot camp. I'm Amelia, and so today we got about 45 minutes of work. You guys don't need any equipment, just body weight. Just getting my shoes on here and then we'll get started. Make sure you guys have water, morning glory, space to move, all those good things. And as we move through the workout this morning, guys, as always, just make sure that you listen to your body and move how you need to move that's best for you today. And I will build in options to help you do that. All right, let's bring this guy forward just a little bit, tip that down just a bit. All right, and guys, as has been the case with boot camp for the past couple weeks, whatever music you got at home that you want to get rocking, go ahead and turn that on, crank it up. All right, and let's get started. So guys, just start with a nice easy jog on the spot. Light on the feet, relax the upper body. You can shake out the arms, you can shake out the neck. You can even make that jog a little loose, just to get the body moving, see how you feel this morning. Maybe take a couple of shoulder circles, arm swings. As you're moving through that jog, just get us loose and ready to move this morning. All right, guys, next up, set the feet down and just come into a nice easy squat. Press the knees towards the middle of the feet. Chest is lifted, shoulders back and down. And we want to start to warm up through the legs, but we can also open up through the hips. Maybe do a little mobility stretch in the ankles. And again, just check in and see how that lower body's feeling today. All right, 5 more. Now we're going to take it to a lunge. So step back long, drop that back knee towards the floor, and then rotate over that front bent leg. So nice big twist, guys. You can keep the palms right in front of the chest here and focus on turning through the elbows, or you can take the palms a little wider, but make sure you're still focused on balance. And as you take that rotation, it's just happening in the ribs. Hips stay square to the front. Trying to get low into that lunge, so we're still starting to get the heart rate up, working into the muscles of the lower body. All right, guys, next step right here. Give the knee a nice big hug into the chest, and then press open and reset. So nice big hug into the chest, whoop, open and down. So a little more love for the hips this morning. Whoop. Try to get height on that first hug, so we get a little bit of a stretch before we move into warming up those glutes and outer hips. All right, guys, head to the floor. We're gonna take a push-up with a rotation. So on the toes, we've got a push-up, and then we rotate to the front. Push-up, rotate to the back. Brace the belly on the push-up. As we turn, hips and shoulders move as one. If you need to, guys, bring the knees to the floor, and you can keep the bottom knee down as you come into that rotation. All right, guys, one more each side. And come back up. Last piece of warm up here, guys. Quick set of high knees. So light tap on the feet. Bring the knees up towards the hips. Pump the arms, brace the belly. Just to get that heart rate a little bit more lifted right at the end of the warm up. Three, two, one, hold. All right, guys, so if you've been with us for the past 3 months here in this virtual space, we're gonna go back and do a little recycle of one of our early boot camps. A few updates, a few changes, but depending on how good your memory is, this might look familiar to you. So guys, first 5 minutes, we've got a ladder drill. So 5 movements, 5 minutes. We start with 1 rep of each movement and then climb up. So your moves. First one, you have 2 choices. Jump jack or an air jack. Your choice. Move 2, lunges. You can step back or you can make it a jumping lunge. Move 3, push-ups. Hands narrow, hands wide. Doesn't matter, both are good. Move 4, mountain climber. So in that plank position, knees come into the chest. Right and left is 1. Then again, from that plank position, we've got a glute lift. So super small squeeze through the hamstrings and glutes. And that really is about all your legs should move. I don't want a big kick because then you're gonna compromise the core and dip into that low back, which we don't want. So again, jack, lunge, push-up, mountain climber, glute lift. We are starting with 1 rep of each and seeing how many reps we can get to in 5 minutes. And then, remember that number because it's gonna come back. All right, guys, so 5 minutes on the clock. We start in 3, 2, 1, go. So again, 1 jack or jack. Then jumping or stepping lunges. Right and left is 1. Then head to the floor. 1 push-up, 1 mountain climber, 1 glute lift. Then we stand up, do it again. 2 jacks. 2 sets of 2 lunges. Then again, back down for that push-up. 2 times, 2 sets of mountain climbers, 2 sets of glute lifts. On those glute lifts, guys, I'll give you the choice if you want to go right and left, or if you want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, your choice. And if you don't want to jump real big on the jacks, keep them down. If you don't want to jump on the lunges, keep them down. Push-ups. You can set up tabletop right here. You can set up kneeling push-ups, or you can set up on your toes. All 3 are good options, but we want to focus the work in the upper body. So adjust your lower body closer, or further, depending on what you need to find that work in the upper body. Mountain climbers, guys, you can run, you can step, you can tap the toe. And that glute lift again, super small, super tight squeeze in the back side. No big kicks, no big lifts. On the lunges, make sure you're pushing out of the front heel. It is a glute workout for that front leg. Push-ups. Spread the fingers, guys. And as you put the hands on the floor, think of corkscrewing, actually twisting the palms into the floor a little bit to engage more of the muscles in the upper back. That's going to help make your push-up even stronger. And all during mountain climbers and glute lifts, you guys should still feel that upper body engaged. So pushing up and out of the floor. Halfway there, guys. And again, remember the number you get to. Those glute lifts are small, but man, do you feel them if you do them right. And guys, feel free to mix up your options. Again, this is only the first set of the workout, so we don't want to burn it all out right here. And just to complicate things on the flip side, you also don't want to get to the end and have regrets and think, oh man, I could have gone a little harder, or I could have done that a little better. So find that balance. Find moments to challenge yourselves and moments to be a little conservative. That's okay. It doesn't all have to be one or the other. Dynamics and the options to make choices for ourselves. It's what keeps us interesting. Whew. 45 seconds. Finish this round. Whew. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. So remember that number, whatever you got to. Mine's 7. If you did more, fantastic. If you did less, fantastic. Wherever you guys were able to get to today, be proud of it. All right, guys, our next section. 4 pairs of movement that we're gonna spend 2 minutes in at a time. 10 reps of each move. We're doing that back and forth for 2 minutes, in theory, without stopping. And then we're gonna go through all of that 2 times. So guys, our first 2 moves, we have a drop squat, which if you've done class with me, you've seen, I like them, they're not going anywhere. So out and in. When we jump out, make sure knees and toes point to the corners. We're dropping into the heels and then squeezing the glutes when we stand back up. If you don't want to jump, you can sort of take it to an out and in, stepping squat. Still getting a little bit of that plyometric as we fall into the squat, stepping wide. Then move 2 is going to be a plank with a knee tap. So we're setting up in a long plank, and then you're bringing opposite hand to opposite knee, tapping, in theory, right below the belly button. You can do the same thing, starting with your knees on the floor. So, 10 of each, guys. And to keep things moving, we are not counting right and left. It's 10 total in those knee taps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. I don't know why I stopped going 3 left. At that point, I should have just finished the count. All right, guys, for 2 minutes. 10 drum squat, 10 plank knee taps. In 3, 2, 1, go. So out and in. Chest is lifted, hips drop down low. Light steps. And then come down, set up plank. And again, opposition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then back up. Again, if you don't want to jump, we're stepping out and in. Still counting up to 10. Still working the glutes, driving those heels down to lift us back up. And again, for that plank knee tap, if you want to start from your knees, it's just a little bit smaller. And guys, as you take that knee tap, feel the connection across your core as you are stabilizing and bringing that knee and palm in towards each other. Less than a minute to go, guys. Thirty seconds. Stay on it, guys, 20 seconds. When you get to those plank knee taps, just like in the push-ups, guys, spread the fingers wide to grip the floor. If you've got a strong grip in that hand, it's gonna give you a better balance point as you lift up to tap the opposite knee. 5 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, guys, hold. All right, next up, we're on our backs. We've got bicycle crunch and a hip bridge. So bicycle crunch, knees are above the hips, fingertips to temples, we cross, opposite knee to opposite shoulder. Then hip bridge, palms are up, heels are down. We drive through the heels 10 times to the ceiling. So you guys don't even have to shift position to change moves in this one. So we should get through several rounds in our 2 minutes. 3, for the bicycle crunch, guys, do make right and left 1 this time. So you're counting to 20 if you're counting individual twists. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you breathe as you take that twist. And then hip bridge again, palms to the ceiling, so we're not pushing out of the floor. Heels drive down to drive the hips to the ceiling. Try to make sure your knees stay in line with your hips at the top, guys. Don't let them fall together or flare out wide. It should be just about a straight line from your hip socket to the knee joint. And if you can, keep your glutes lifted the whole time. Don't release that to the floor. I lost count, surprise, surprise. And then lift back up for your bicycle crunch. Guys, an option here, instead of extending the legs, you can tap the floor for a little less intensity. But still, super focused, super effective work in the obliques. I'm starting to get sweaty and these hip bridges are getting challenging because as I lift up, my upper back is starting to slide across the floor. Again, back to those bicycles, guys. Told you you're going to get through a few rounds in this one. As you guys lift up for this bridge, try to keep your core squeezed together. Don't flare through the ribs. Everything still stays braced and pulled in. And it's just pushing to the point where you feel that big contraction in the back, guys. We don't need to go like crazy high and get the shoulders all hyped up towards the ears. Just enough to feel that squeeze. All right, team, 3, 2, 1, hold. All right, guys, next one. We are up, and I'm going to back up so I don't slip on my sweat. All right, guys, so we have sort of a modified side-to-side Heisman. So what I want you to do is we are lifting up and leaping side to side. So imagine there's something below you that you're jumping over. Or if you don't want to take that jump, big step, knee lift. Big step, knee lift. So you're still getting that wide step, that push through the outer thighs and glutes, and then that little bit of work in the core and the hip flexor. And then move 2 is a back stepping lunge with a knee drive. So we step back low, and then we bring the knee through to the front. This one's gonna be a little bit longer because we are doing 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. If you want, you can take that knee drive to a jump, or you can stay grounded. For the Heisman leap, that's just 10 total, not 10 right and left. So, let me once again move away from my sweat pile, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So across and up, then lunges. We're stepping back to 90 degrees and then driving the knee through the front. You can jump if you want. And when you've done 10 on one, you switch, 10 on the other. All right, and then back to it. And remember, if you don't want to jump, big lateral step, and then just drive the knee. And that lateral step, or lateral jump, you want to try and push, as far across the floor as you can. And then, back to the knee. I think that was 10. Could be wrong. Use the breath. As you pull that knee forward up towards the chest, right there you should feel a nice big squeeze through the front and bottom of the abs. All right, guys, that's time on that one. All right, one last pair. We come down to the floor. We have a bird dog. So we set up, hands and knees. Wrists are right below the shoulders, knees are right below the hips. We're gonna change this one just a little bit. Well, change it if you remember what we did last time, but I'm gonna show you from this angle. So what I want you to do is you are reaching, hand and foot out to 45 degrees, and then we are pulling, tapping the knee and thigh right below the torso. So 10 on one, 10 on the other. As you push the foot back behind, lead with the heel to feel that squeeze in your outer glutes. Then we are going to come to the floor for a rotating hover. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So, bird dog, 10 right, 10 left, then rotating hover, just 10 rotations total. 3, 2, 1, whoop, go. So again, guys, tabletop position. We are reaching 45 degrees out, and then tapping elbow and knee right underneath the torso. And again, as you kick out, guys, as you reach out, foot and arms should stay level with the torso. Nothing's lifting up above. It's right at level. And then rotating hover. So forearms come to the floor. Stack the forearms, guys, right below the chest. That's going to help set you up in a good position for that rotation. And then as we rotate, we are lifting our bottom hip away from the floor. And switch. If you guys are struggling at all with that rotating hover option, you can stay elevated and you can lift and tap from that tabletop position. That's still going to get work into the bottom of the knee. And still going to challenge you to stabilize the core. 3, 2, I don't know what's different this week from last week, but I'm in the Revive studio at our White Marsh Club, and I've had like 4 people peek in the door today, and I think that's the first time that's happened. Or maybe it's just I was facing different directions and didn't notice last time. All right, guys, so we're gonna run through all of those one more time. But now that we've established the moves, this is where we really wanna try and pick up the pace and see how much we can max out in that 2-minute time frame. So again, remember, first one is drop squats, plank with a knee tap. And we are gonna roll right through because I've already explained the moves, so you just need a quick, hopefully, brain refresher of what they are. So drop squat, knee taps, 2 minutes, 3, 2, 1, go. And then get right down to the floor and get right into those taps. And remember, taps are just 10 total, not 10 right and left. I just started counting wrong for myself. And make sure, guys, in those plank knee taps, there's gonna be a little bit of a rotation, a little bit of movement in the core, but we wanna make sure we're bracing all the way through to minimize how much we're rocking. Right back up, right back in. Again, this is our max out session, guys. We want to try and get as much work in as we can. You got 40 seconds left. And you guys should feel that quick change from down to up. It's going to keep that heart rate moving. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, next. Bicycle crunch and hip bridge. Come onto the floor, onto your backs. Right and left is 1 for bicycle crunch, and then 10 presses up off the floor. 3, 2, 1, go. Palms to the ceiling, don't forget. Take out the quads, just drop those hips, lift the chest, and go right into your bicycle crunch. And then put the heels down and start pressing. No pause, guys. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. Keep those muscles firing. Small body weight movements. Really gives us the ability to work on muscular endurance. Remember, don't forget to brace through the core in those hip bridges. No quick flare, they all zip together. You got 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, hold. All All right, guys, back up. This one is your Heisman leap. Woo, I'm shedding like crazy today. Heisman leap, and then your piston lunges, or that lunge with knee drag. So, 10 total across the floors, then 10 lunges each leg. 3, 2, 1, go. In that leap, guys, I'm gonna talk and stop and talk. You guys keep working. But when you come back to those Heisman leaps again, when you land, knees should be soft, so there's a little bit of give to that stopping point. And then, I want you guys to be pushing hard enough for a wide jump that you kind of gotta pause for a half second, gather your balance, before you regroup and push off again. So in your next set, try and find that, focus on that. So big push. And then that little pause where you gotta brace the core and get yourself back on balance. And then you can come back to your lunge knee drag. Since I did 2 sets of Heismans, I'm going to do 2 sets of lunges. Almost there, guys, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, last one. Our bird dog and our rotating hover. 10 on one, 10 on the other, 10 rotations total. In 3, 2, 1, come on down, let's go, 2 minutes. Good fire going right through the midsection. Woo. So really push, guys. Pull through those ribs, that midsection. I don't know. This part, to really drive and try to get that knee to the elbow, or elbow to knee. It's even okay, guys, as you come in, if you get a little bit of a rounding in the spine to allow that deeper connection. Finish this one up. Three, two, one. Woo. All right, guys, we got 2 more sets of work. Well, 2 more sections of work. Next one, we've got drop sets. So 3 moves. We're doing them for 90 seconds, 60 seconds, then 30 seconds. First move is a burpee. Yay. I know. I use them all the time. I love them. I'm sorry. So burpee. Squat, plank, squat, lift. If you want to throw the push-up in there, throw the push-up in there. You don't have to. Move 2. We are coming back to that cover. Setting our forearms down on the floor. And then we've got a hover jack. So if we go out and in, or if you don't want to jump, tap the toes. Last move, we come up to stand, and we've got power skaters, right and left. Again, guys, we're working for time. So each of those moves for 90 seconds, then 60 seconds, then 30 seconds. Woo. All right, guys, so the first one is burpees. Get ready. 90-second burpee. In 3, 2, 1, go. 90-second burpees, guys. And again, not again. In this, I want you to focus on trying to maintain. So your pace in 90 seconds could be expected to be a little slower than your pace in 60 seconds, which is slower than your pace in 30 seconds. So try to find a pace for each of these time sets that allows you to move through the whole time set. I don't want you to bang out like 10 burpees and then have to rest and recover for the rest of the 90 seconds. I want you to try and stay in the work. 30 seconds down, guys. 1 minute to go. And again, you can move however you feel today. If you're feeling really good, really fresh, really ready, pop out those burpees with push-ups, with big jumps at the top, whatever it might be. Or if you're feeling a little sluggish today, maybe a little dehydrated, then take it a little more chill. But make sure you are still maintaining good form, planting those palms strong into the floor, using shoulders, the core, the hip flexors to get us back to stand. You've got 15 seconds left. Three, 2, and 1. All right, guys, next move, hover jack. So come down to the floor. Forearms press, elbows are right below shoulders. And again, you can jump this hover tap or jack, or you can tap it. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we are long. I'm gonna have to grab my sweatshirt because it's just too slippery in here. Brace the abs as you guys are jumping those feet out and in, guys. Much better. So as we jump out and as we jump in, notice my hips don't fall towards the floor at all. I am lifted towards the belly in my belly button. I don't even know what I just said. My belly button is pulled in strong and looking towards my spine, so that my whole core is braced, and I'm not dropping as I'm jumping. I am very solid in this hover jack. And again, even if you're tapping, same idea. Squeeze the quads, push the forearms into the floor, so we are lifted through our whole torso. And if you guys need to pause, breathe, come back in, it's okay. And then 90 seconds is a lot of time to hold hover, if you're not used to it. You got 15 seconds left, guys. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Hold. All right, guys, last move in this pattern. Skaters, 90 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go. So we are pushing across the floor. Toes and knees are out. And when we say toes and knees are out, guys, we want to stay strong and solid through our hips and glutes. So it's that little squeeze right through that outside that's gonna get you to that turning point. And what that does is keeps your knees moving in the right direction. A lot of times, and it's a journey, it's a process, if we are skating, keeping our toes pointing to the front of the room, it's putting not great pressure on the knee joint. Whereas if we turn just a little bit, it still allows to keep that knee going in the anterior posterior movement that knees are designed for. Knees aren't designed really to go side to side. They bend forward and back, that's it. So again, when we take that little turn to the hip and the glutes, that helps us keep that position. That being said, everybody's built a little differently, so my turnout might be wider than yours. Yours might be very subtle, very slight. But just be aware of where you feel your knees, how you feel them moving. And you guys can play with this move a couple different ways. You can play by going faster, really pushing speed. You can really go for width, kind of like we did back in that high swing. Or you can stay super low, pressing those hips down towards the floor. All different options. 3, 2, 1. I talked too much during that one. Good thing we still have 2 more rounds. All right, guys, this is the 60-second round. So 60-second burpees. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So again, remember what I said at the beginning. 60 seconds should be a little bit quicker than 90 seconds. But we still want to go for endurance, trying to stay moving through this whole 60-second block. You are almost halfway there. And you're halfway there, 30 seconds to go. Down to 15, guys. Find your max tempo, that magic pattern, and keep it going. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, come to the floor, hover jacks. 1 minute. You know the move, you know the cues. 3, 2, 1. Don't forget to squeeze the legs along with the core. So you should feel your belly working to brace and hold you in that plank position, but then feel the legs working as you are pushing for width in that jack. So just like when we do ladder runs, if you've ever done this with me, we want to go wide and then come right back to that narrow position. That's where we find and build on the challenge in these hover jacks. You guys have 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Almost there, team. 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, stand up. Quick shake out. We got skaters. 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. And as you guys are working to build comfort with this move, taking out that jump and stepping side to side is a great option. That's going to give you the ability to get the muscles comfortable with that movement pattern. Then, as we build on that movement pattern, it's going to allow us to get bigger and more comfortable as we become more confident in the positioning of our legs. 20 seconds. See if you can speed up just a bit. Rebound and push off quicker. Even in this, I can feel my core working to absorb and re-engage. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys, one last round. 30 seconds. This is the crazy, where I want you to max out and do as much as you can. Burpees in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, let's go. 30 seconds of burpees, as quick as you can. It's only 30 seconds. It's gonna fly. No regrets, guys. Leave it all on the floor right here. You got 15 seconds, you're already halfway. Let's push, let's go, let's go. You got it, team. Keep going, almost there, almost there. You only got 5 seconds left. Can you get 5 burpees in 5 seconds? That's pretty high order. 3, 2, 1, hold. All right, guys, quick recovery. Shake it out and come back to the floor for your hover jacks, 30 seconds. I want you to stay in for this whole 30 seconds, no rest. In 3, 2, 1, go. So again, guys, belly brace, big push. Forearms down to the floor, quads squeezing. You're halfway. Dig deep, squeeze glutes, squeeze quads. You only got 5 more seconds. And hold. All right, guys, last 30 seconds to skaters. Decide where you're going right now. Are you going for speed? Are you going for width? Are you going for depth? 3, 2, 1, go. So really push across that floor. Even if you're not taking the jumping option, get lower. And not lower by leaning over, lower by sitting the hips back further, pushing them closer to the floor. There's a big sweat spot right behind me that I've slipped in every time I've tapped this leg behind. Already down to 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, hold. Breathe. All right, guys. So, if you have 5 more minutes, we're gonna repeat that ladder, starting with our highest number and going down to 1. If you don't have 5 minutes, fantastic job. That was a 45-minute boot camp, which is what this was supposed to be. I just can't do math and count time. So, if you've got 5 extra minutes to share, guys, we're gonna repeat that ladder. So that was our air jack or jump jack, lunges, push-ups, mountain climbers, glute lifts. Remember that number that you got to when we went through the first round? We're starting there and going back down to 1. You guys have 5 minutes to do so. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So 5 minutes down, guys, and if you get done before 5 minutes, you are done. Take a couple seconds to stretch, bring your heart rate down, drink some water, and get on with your bad selves today. If you're still in, let's rock and roll. Well, you guys already are rock and rolling. I was talking. We're already 20 seconds into this bad boy. And again, guys, this is the end of the workout. This is where I'm asking you to pull that last little bit out. Which I know I kind of already asked you to do in that 30-second effort in our drop set. But I know you've got a little bit more in there. Whatever you got, keep pushing and focus on form. That is so important as we start to get tired. Which clearly I'm feeling this morning. But guys, modifications are what can allow us to stay in the game a little bit longer. Be a little kinder to ourselves. And if we modify, for example, in push-ups, coming to tabletop, but still focusing on keeping the weight forward in the hands, and as we drop in, that chest coming right between the palms. That's going to let us push a little bit further than if we've got some weird, not weird, it's totally actually normal, but some internal dialogue that's telling us push-ups only count if we do them on our toes. That is not true in the least. And guys, we're already halfway through our time. We're down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Minute and a half to go, team. Stay in, stay on. Whatever this workout looks like or feels like for you right now. Last minute. Commit to that finish line. Think how good you're going to feel walking away from this. And no matter where you finish, no matter what point you get to, head held high because you showed up and you did it. Twenty seconds. Three, two, one. Great job, team. Way to stay with it through to the end. Woo-woo! Awesome job, Lori. Way to get through. And again, guys, take a couple minutes to stretch. We did a lot of work for the core today, a lot of work in the glutes and the legs. So take time to stretch those muscles. And have a fantastic, beautiful Wednesday. Thanks, guys.